how sex and sexuality has impeded this practice for women in the West and for their daughters. To me, it is super important that we give our daughters to themselves. That we not say that I'm gonna hold some vital, essential part of you or your sexuality or your sexual energy until I feel like you're more responsible for it. My daughter is 17 years old. She has been wearing Waistbeads since she was 13 years old, and that really is mostly because I didn't know about them before that. If I had known about them, she would have been wearing Waistbeads her entire life, because for me, as a young woman growing up in the church, and really ostensibly was told that I wasn't responsible enough to be in possession of my own sexual energy, and that I didn't really belong to myself until I got married, and then at that time I would belong to my husband, or I belonged to God, or I belonged to my parents. That it doesn't really work like that in truth. And in practice, what happens is that if I don't belong to myself, the value of me, the value of my body, the value of my creative and sexual energy is lessened, and then it's easy for me to give it away. It's easier for me to make that offering to somebody because they say the right thing, because they, buy me the right gift, or because they look a particular way that society deems, as something I should want, or something that makes me more valuable. I think that when you tie a waist bead on a very little girl, what you're saying to her is your body belongs to you, that it's beautiful exactly the way it is, that you are in charge of it, that it is your responsibility, and that the care and keeping of that and the responsibility of that is yours. And as your parent, as your guardian, as your supportive space, I'm here to help you navigate that. But this really is you. I see little girls light up when I tie waist beads on them. I see them take a kind of ownership of their bodies that even adult women don't have. It's an energetic, the feeling of I'm beautiful and I belong to me. And I know that for lots of young women, when they start wearing waist beads young, it's a very private thing, and they're very covetous of other people seeing it or being able to have access to it, which is exactly the goal we're looking for as parents or as guardians or as teachers. We're looking for our daughters to be, but there has to be a way to teach that. And I feel like a waist bead is a wonderful tool for teaching the very proprietary nature, if you will, of one's own body, and feeling good about protecting the sanctity of one's own body in this way.